Welcome back to Camus Classics. Today we have a little bit of a little more work on the Oldsmobile 442. We got to put some of the interior stuff in. We got to put the steering in. We're going to hook up the brakes because it goes in before the steering. So we got our brake booster. He's got the pedals. He's going to feed the pedals through from this side. I'll put the brake booster in from this side, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, the original was, I believe, just the single master cylinder. We have gone to the dual cylinder. With power. So the original, I think, didn't have the power booster, but we did change the front out to disc brakes, and they require a little more power than the manual drum brakes. So get all of them started and then we'll tighten them up. We're not going to hook it up now. We'll do that at a later time. Our main thing that we're looking for is steering, and the pedals are a lot easier to get in with the steering out of it before we put that in. We don't want to, once we put the steering in, we don't want to mess with it again, so we're putting our brakes in now, and we'll deal with them later. And just 4 nuts. The stud type bolts are already on there. Good news on the Firebird though today. Found out they're going to be able to cut our drive shaft down for the Tremec. It should be done in a couple days, so don't know what our plans are yet, but there is a car show in Heber. We may try and make it to that one. If you're available, we'll try and be there, but no guarantees at this point. We're just not sure if we're going to have it done or not. But we'll try and make it. Been to that show a few times. It's a pretty good one. Kind of doing the what you don't do around the fresh paint. Again, we just painted this Saturday. It's now Monday, but it's in. Hey, so brake booster's in. The other part of that gets held in with the steering wheel. So we're gonna get the steering wheel all ready to go and come back to you. Okay, so as you can see, we do have a seat. We are going to put the foam on it, just sit it on it. We don't have the upholstery yet to upholster it. But we do want to sit it in there so we can set the steering column. This is Dad's car, so we're going to have him set the seat in there and put it where he wants, and adjust it out, and then he can adjust the steering column to best fit him.
They're setting on bolt.
So we do have the new seat foams, we just don't have the actual seat covers yet. Save this stuff because we will use it again. Okay, so welcome back. We're going to build this outside of the car. So this goes on our steering box. And then this universal joint goes on here, and then that connects to the steering column. So we put this one on, it was a little tight. We'll go ahead and tighten it up. And they have a nut that tightens down on them. So there's a few different styles. This is what they call a rag joint. If you look, it kind of looks like a piece of rubber rag in there. That is what takes out the vibration from your steering. And this will tighten up over it's splined for the steering box. These universal joints, as you'll see, I can shove it all the way in there. I don't know. Where you actually want to do is get them to be fairly basically flush and tighten it there. This shaft that I am holding is adjustable, so if it can be extended or gone in a little bit if we need to. We'll do this side, and then we'll be ready to stab the steering column in. Go ahead and it has this ball clamp deal.
next day.
Welcome back to Cam's Classics, another day in the shop. We're ready to put the steering column again. If you look down here, we had to create a piece. This one uses a little bit different. We're not using the factory steering column, we're using this one, so we had to build a piece, take the old piece, modify it to fit this. So we're ready to put the steering column in. He's going to grab it and we'll stab it in here. And we did put it together. We put the turn signal switch on, the tilt switch, the hazard light switch, and the steering wheel so that we can clock the steering. We've got our tires pointing straight. Okay, tighten them down a little bit more, but I got a good deal, so we can probably. Okay, so now what I'm going to have him do is sit in the car and hold the steering wheel so it's straight. After he makes sure, we're going to kind of set the seat in place. Comfortable? Comfortable. Okay. So we're going to put this piece on. We need to have him hold that straight so we can slide this on that shaft. Needs to shrink down just a little. So this is made to slide. If you've never seen these, this piece is smaller, goes inside that. It allows it to slide, so if you're ever in an accident, instead of it just shoving the steering wheel into the person, this can compress for a little bit before. But what we'll do is now we'll get it on this end. I need to tighten this one first so that when I slide it out it'll stay. Again, I'm just trying to get it to where the D shaft is barely flush with that. Then we'll go ahead and tighten these up. And those ones are tightened. Come with these little locking nuts. Okay, and then you should be able to turn the wheel and the wheel should turn. Okay, hit. Okay, spin it back the other way. Right there. Okay, so let me show you what we got. These are extremely long bolts. So what we'll end up having to do now that we've got it all set, we'll have to cut that off. It's barely touching the frame right here. We'll probably do the same on this one, just cut them down to about the same length as these other ones. All three of the longer ones. That way we have the clearance we need, but that's basically it. We have our steering. The car will steer back and forth so we can load it, move it around as we need to. That was the main goal of this one. So that's how you install the steering with a stretch shaft, split shaft. I don't remember exactly the term they use, but it allows, again, if you're ever in an accident, we have about probably 6 inches here that can collapse before it'll start pushing the steering wheel into the person driving. The old ones, they were a solid shaft all the way out there, so you get in an accident, the steering wheel's coming to you. So this is a safety feature, all your new vehicles have them. But that's it.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. As you can see, this has got a chrome steering column in it, and it's also so that we can move it where we want it. So it makes a nice feature. But anyway, I'm tickled to have that in, and we're making a little progress on the old car, so thank you.
So we're going to introduce you to the final member of our crew. For now, this is Fred. This is my dad's sloth for same thing. He'll be driving Dad's car when we get it ready for the shows. So here's Fred. He doesn't go with us in the Firebird, but he will be in this car. So thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.